Hey, what's good, YouTube subscribers? How y'all doing tonight? It's your boy MG5 back again with another sports video. And tonight we're going to be talking about the UFC. Hey, we have a big pay-per-view going down tomorrow night, UFC 292. Live Saturday night in Boston, Massachusetts. It's going down, y'all. I truly can't wait for this one. We have the champion Aljamain Sterling putting his title on the line versus the second-ranked contender of the division, Sean O'Malley. The Suga Show is here. Hey, we're going to find out, man. We have the Funk Master versus the Suga Show. We're going to find out, y'all. We're going to find out. And y'all know how we do things around here. I want to give my thoughts, break it down, and give y'all my final fight predictions on the main card of UFC 292. And also, I definitely want to talk about the main event for the prelims. You know, shout out to Chris Weidman, man. The return of the former middleweight champion. Whew, come on. Y'all know what type of crazy leg injury he had when he was in the octagon, when he fought. You know what I mean? The last time he fought. So he's back now. It's crazy, y'all. I want to talk about that one. And really, I really want to get into details with the co-main event and the main event. But I also want to give y'all my thoughts and, like I said, my fight predictions on the rest of the fights. So anyways, let's get straight into it. Y'all know how we do things. Let's go, man. UFC 292. Whoo, let's go. But the prelims main event, we have a middleweight bout. Y'all already know Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares. I think this is going to be a good fight. You know, deep down inside, I think Brad will probably win this fight because he's been more active. You know, he's in better fighting shape. For Weidman, he's coming off a big leg injury, so we don't know what type of fighting shape he's in. And yeah, you know, deep down inside, you know, the real analyst side of me believes Tavares will win this fight, but the fan side of me is saying Chris Weidman all the way. So with my picks on this prelim main event, I am going with Chris Weidman to win this fight by split decision. He is back, and he will show that tomorrow night. Whew, let's go, man. I got Chris Weidman, y'all. Hey, let's go. But moving on to the main card, the opening bout, we have a bantamweight bout between two top 10 ranked fighters. So this right here is gonna be a good fight, man. We have Marlon Chito Vera versus Pedro Munoz. This right here will be a good fight. You know, Pedro, he's a real vet, man. He's fought the best. He's been around, and you know, he's not just gonna lay down for Vera, man. He's coming to fight, and he's coming to win. You know, he truly does believe he has the better skill set than Chito. So we gonna see, you know what I mean? And for Chito, when he was on the rise, we all know what type of threat he was in that division. Now that he's lost a couple times, you know, is he comfortable at where he's at, or is he going to take that next step in his career? You know, that's the question that I have for Marlon Vera. Is he comfortable now at accepting, you know what, maybe I'm not the best in the world? Or is he just going to keep working hard and prove that he is? So we're going to see in this fight right here. I believe this is a fight that he should win. And I'm picking Marlon Vera to win this fight by split decision. I do think we're going to go to the... I think we're going to go to the final bell, man. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. But moving on to the second bout, we have a bantamweight bout, Damon Blackshear versus Mario Batista. Blackshear is filling in. Hey, he's on a 1 week notice, y'all. Whoo, he's on a 1 week notice. Hey, y'all know what he did last week. Whew. Usually fighters who come back, you know, that quickly, have a quick turnaround, things don't usually go well for them. But I don't know. I have a special feeling about this guy Black Shear, man. I think he might do something again, but he is taking on a tough opponent, a gamed opponent, Mario Batista, who is the teammate of, Sugar Show O'Malley. You know what I'm saying? He's a teammate of Sean O'Malley. So we're going to see, this is about to be a good fight. I do think they're going to be grappling for the most part. Probably majority of this fight's going to be on the ground, but we will see, And I do think Damon Blackshear will win this fight by submission. We will get a finish in this one, and I'm thinking a third round submission, Damon Blackshear. Hey, whoo, that's what I got right there for the second bout on this main card. Now, moving on to the third bout, we have a welterweight bout between two fighters ranked in the top 15. So this is going to be another interesting bout. We have Neil Magny taking on Ian Gary. Hey, this is going to be a cool fight right here. I just feel like Magny, to me, is now he's like the gatekeeper of the welterweight division. He fights all the young prospects coming up. Once upon a time, Magny was that guy. He was a real threat of the welterweight division. But now I think, he's a little bit older. He's not as fast as he was. His reflexes ain't the same. And, he's still a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's still a good fighter. And he's a good gatekeeper to test these young lions. But, I just don't think he's the same guy. And taking on a young lion like Ian Gary, who's undefeated, it's going to be a good fight, but I do believe Ian Gary should win this fight. If the fight goes to the ground, it will be kind of interesting because the only time I see Magny when he gets finished, the only time I see Magny really get finished is when he's on the ground. So I don't think Gary's going to be trying to take this fight to the ground. I don't think he's even going to try to grapple with Magny like that, because Magny is a great clinch fighter. So we're going to see how this fight plays out. But I got Ian Gary winning this fight probably by split decision. Now, moving on to the co-main event of the pay-per-view, man. Hey, I do believe this fight right here will steal the show. This fight right here, this is going to be fight of the night. This is going to be fight of the night. And, it's for the women's strawweight title. And, I do apologize if I mispronounce their names. You know what I'm saying? It is. Some of these fighters do have some tough names. But, just hang in there with me, y'all. But we have Zhang Wei Li versus Amanda Lemos for the women's strawweight title. This is the co-main event, and this is about to be a fight, man. Nothing but fireworks. I truly can't wait for this fight right here. It's 50-50, man. And for you bettors out there, I can't even really see the betting odds like that. That's how I think this is a real true 50-50 fight right here. But, for Wei Li as the champion, I do think she's kind of been through it all. She's been through the ups and the downs. She's won the title before, defended her title, lost her title, lost another time, came back, won, got her title back. So she's been through it. Wei Li has been through it, and she's fought almost everyone. She's fought the best in that weight class. And for Amanda Lemos, her time has finally come. You know what I mean? For her to prove to the world and to prove to herself that she is a champion. She's been through a lot, and, outside of the octagon. And I do believe the things that she's been through in life will prepare her for this war. Because, hey, the winner of this fight, man, they going to have to walk through fire, man. They going to have to walk through that adversity in that octagon, because it's going to come. Both of these fighters are going to get hurt. Both of them are going to feel pain. But who wants it more? Because they both kind of fight the same. They both want to establish their physical strength on you, their physical dominance. You look at Wei Li, how she fights. She's very physical, strong, and athletic. Same thing with Lemos. She tries to show girls how strong she is, and they're both bosses, man. I'm not going to lie. They're both lions that really show their physical strength to their opponents. And they both hit very hard. You know what I'm saying? Wei Li with the wrestling and the transitions, and she has a gas tank for days. And Lemos, she has standing submissions. You know, she can submit you or knock you out. So both of these fighters have that type of firepower where, you know, we don't know what's going to happen when they meet in the middle of that octagon. And, you know, I think it's going to come down to who's going to be stronger between these two females, because they're both used to just being the more physical, dominant fighter. Who's going to be stronger between them, and who's going to be able to adapt and stick to their game plan? You know, who's going to stay poised through the fire? Because say if Wei Li finds out that Lemos is stronger than her, then, you know, does she have the skill set and the tools to adapt? And especially through the fire, and vice versa. If Lemos finds out that Wei Li is more, you know, stronger than her, how is she going to adapt? You know, so, hey, I think it's going to come down to that. And I do think Wei Li can make that adjustment or adapt, you know, if she is stronger, you know, if Lemos is stronger. So we will see. And it's going to be a great fight, man. It's going to be a war. And with that being said, it's a 50-50, man. This is about to be fight of the night. I believe both of them are going to get hurt. Who wants it more? You know, I think I'm going to go... my final fight prediction on this one, I'm going to go with Zhang Wei Li to win this fight. And still, I think she will finish Amanda Lemos in the 4th or 5th round, championship rounds. It's going to be a dog fight. I don't know, man. I think Lemos is real. But I think Wei Li, she's fought the best, man. She's been through everything in the octagon, and I think she will be the one to make those adjustments, you know, to win this fight. Because not only is it going to come down to physical strength between these fighters, but who has the better technique? You know, who's been training? I'm not going to say who's been training harder. I mean, it could come down to that, but to me, who has the better technique? Who wants it more? And we're going to see. You know, I think Wei Li has that in her bag, and I think Wei Li will win this fight. But anyways, moving on to the main event. Whew, the main event of the evening. We have the champion putting his title on the line. A bantamweight title will be on the line. We have Aljamain Sterling taking on the number 2 ranked contender of the division, the Suga Show, Sean O'Malley. Hey, this is going to be a good fight for you bettors out there. Sterling is the favorite, and it's kind of close a little bit, but Sterling is the favorite to win. It's not 50-50. That's all I'm going to say for you bettors out there. But this is going to be a very good fight. I think for both fighters, you kind of have like a legacy will be on the line. You know, for Sterling, if he wins this fight, I believe, you know, he is the greatest bantamweight champion of all time. You know, I believe he will be that guy. You know, look at the dudes that he's beat. You know, Peter Yan, TJ Dillashaw, Henry Cejudo, nothing but great champions and great fighters right there. And now to beat the best current guy in the division, Sean O'Malley, that's going to say something right there. You know, so I think for Sterling, true greatness is on the line. And to be real, I don't like how the UFC, how they handled this situation. You know, why is Sterling fighting so soon? He just fought like 3 months ago. You know, usually champions get time to heal and time to come back. He don't get no time. He's getting forced into this fight. So I don't really like that. And, I think, you know, he has a lot to prove. But for Sean O'Malley, you know, for him, you know, he's trying to prove to everyone that the Suga Show is here. It's his time. You know, he kind of has like that little Conor McGregor aura about him. You know what I mean? And it's something about Sean O'Malley. He's very entertaining. He sells tickets. He is that guy. UFC wants to push him as that guy. But now he has to go prove that he is that guy, man. So we're going to see if the Suga Show, if his time is here. As far as the fight, I think, you know, if Sean O'Malley can keep this fight in the middle of the octagon, he will have a chance to win. You know what I mean? He has to keep the fight in the middle of the octagon. He has to use his footwork, his movement, his length, find his distance and his range. He has the striking ability. He has the timing, the speed, and the power to hurt Aljamain Sterling or put his lights out cold. So, O'Malley does have the skill set to win this fight, man, and he could stop Sterling, but we will see. I think he has to keep the fight in the middle of the octagon, and for Sterling, you know, he has to come out with that pressure and that pace. You want to put O'Malley against the cage right away. You know what I'm saying? If you're Sterling, you want to take the middle of the octagon, you know, with that pressure, that pace, put that cardio on him, and you know, Sterling can strike too. You know, don't get it twisted. You know, he's very unorthodox. Punches and kicks come from different angles. He's not your normal striker. So, hey, Sterling can strike too. You know, if you got to use some of that awkwardness to get O'Malley off balance, to push him against the cage, to go for that takedown, then that's what you want to do. So, hey, I really think this fight's going to come down to who can control the middle of the octagon, and if O'Malley can keep the fight standing up. If he keeps the fight standing up for more than 2 rounds or 3 rounds, he will probably win this fight. But if he can only keep the fight standing for a round or 2, Sterling will probably win this fight. So we will see. I think it's going to come down to footwork and movement. I think Sterling does have the footwork to kind of, I don't think he has the movement, but he has the footwork to match O'Malley. So it's going to be a great fight, y'all. It's going to be a great fight. But I'm going with Aljamain Sterling to win this fight, and still by a 3rd round submission. That is my final pick. I just think, you know, he's in his prime and it's his time. He has something to prove, and he is that guy. He will, you know, solidify himself as the greatest bantamweight champion of all time. But anyways, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what y'all think and who y'all got. Make sure y'all tune in, and until next time, y'all. Until next time.